Hello, how are you doing? This was supposed to happen at least a year ago. The 40th anniversary was 40 years ago, and we'd some work prepared and it just couldn't happen, you know. So finally we're crawling back here without energy but with intent. And the thing for us to want to remember, because of Seamus Deane's death this year, you know, is to remember just what a significant figure he was, you know, of course to Derry, of course to Field Day, but he was a huge figure in his own right. Extraordinary intellect. I first heard about him from Stuart Parker, the playwright, who said, come here, there's an absolutely brilliant article it was in this oxymoronic quarterly called The Honest Ulsterman. And he had written a thing about, it was called Towards an Irish Intelligentsia. And this was when he was quite young, and we were all quite young, but he, that was his intention, you know, was to create an intellectual world. And he became, of course, as we know, incredibly well known in the academic world, but he got less and less comfortable in the academy because there was a lot of suspicion of him. In fact, an academic guy said to me once, Seamus Deane has an agenda. And I said, no, he doesn't have an agenda, he has ideas. And that's all he wanted to do. And he wanted to get, and then with Field Day, he became entirely comfortable because we just let him do whatever he wanted. How could we stop him? We weren't smart enough. But he was unbelievable. He created the anthology, created the pamphlets, and eventually, and the Field Day Review, which went on for years and years, a beautifully presented Field Day Review, and then in a defiant way, I created the Seamus Deane Lecture, and he was just about grateful, you know. But I totally adored him. He was a funny man. He took nothing to do with the theatre except odd little decisions. But I remember once there was an idea presented to the theatre crew about James Simmons wanted to write an Ulster Scots version of the Bacchae. And Deane immediately said, oh, Cully Bacchae. As fast as you like, you know. It was just totally great. So then there was this, so that's it. Thanks for everything, Seamus. And so this year we made a bit of a film that was written by Clare Dwyer Hogg and directed by Juliet. Oh!
Riddle.
What? Riddle. I'm so sorry. I had too much to drink last night. I did. And, what? Yeah. Why is this so bad, is it? Anyway, and I'd just like to remember a couple of people who were very important to Field Day who also died in recent times. Foyle Megan, the painter, a year today, actually. And a bit before that, actually, of all the plays that we ever did, Deane loved the Sam Shepard play. He didn't like the Irish plays, you know. And I know that Eamon McCann liked the Sam Shepard play, and Sam died a few years ago. So I'm remembering them as well. But then the film with Juliet Riddle as director and Clare Dwyer Hogg. So we did do a film that was online about the border, and it had huge coverage, didn't it? And interest. And so anyway, these girls made a film called Stay Alive, which is about the high incidence of suicide, not only in Derry, but certainly in Derry.